Well, one of President Donald Trump's major campaign promises was to change or eliminate the U.S. Department of Education.
Well, now it's expected the president will soon sign an executive order asking for a plan to do just that, drawing questions about what he can and cannot do that could impact your kids' education. Hunter Bertram joins us in studio answering that question and what could be impacted if this executive order is signed.
Right. The U.S. Department of Education funds about 7% of K-12 public education in Washington. Those funds are mainly for special education and Title I schools. If the president wants to gut the department and this funding, it will require more than just signing an executive order. 22-year Whitworth University education professor Lisa Laurier.
No person can unilaterally say, we're not going to do this anymore because there's a law on the books, and so it has to go through Congress.
Big headlines suggest that President Donald Trump can instantly change how the federal government interacts with K-12 public education. However, it's not that simple. Federal funding for public schools mainly comes from laws passed by Congress, and the president can't just cut that funding without a plan. So the president wants Congress to help achieve this initiative, changing laws on Title I and Learning Assistance Program funding, also known as LAP.
Even if this were to happen and Congress were to make the decision to pull LAP funding or title funding, LAP funding would still be available if a state or a district wanted to make that available.
That funding would ultimately be smaller. For students who need help, like those in special education, the number of teachers available for each student may decrease, increasing the load a single educator takes on. As for curriculum changes, if the Department of Education goes away,
curricular-wise, most of those decisions are made by the state. So the state selects a set of standards.
And in relation to curriculum, Professor Laurier told me the federal government plays a role by collecting educational data and comparing states to a national average. It's a way to gauge how students are learning. For now, in studio, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.